What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. Efrain Caballero here, Legacy Agency, also known as EAC Realty 23. And remember, I help you make the right move into a home, one that matches your lifestyle, your vision, and your future. Today, we will be discussing episode 6 of Keys to the Game, and we will be broadly discussing the home buying process. We will be explaining it to you step by step briefly so that you guys can understand how exactly that works. It's not that complex as most people think. When people think that it really is, just they haven't it had explained to them in a more clear manner. All right. First step. First things first. Before you guys start going on Zillow, looking at homes, trying to see if this is the one for me. I like this one. This one's $5 million. It fits my lifestyle. There are a couple things we need to get started before we even start looking for a home. First and foremost, we're going to need a game plan. And the game plan starts with talking to a lender, reviewing your income. We're going to review your credit. We're going to review your debt to income ratios. And we're going to get you pre approved. Finding all these things out up front lets us know exactly where you stand. It's going to let us know what budget we're working with, where and what places to look at, if we can apply a DPA program such as the Elevate program, which we have through our lenders that we partner with exclusively, and lets us know additionally what loan best suits you. Now that we've identified what programs, loans, and things of that nature to use, this is where we start the strategy session. Now, this is why it's very important to have the right people on your team, the right realtors, the right lenders, all that good stuff. We're going to sit down and we're going to go over your goals when it comes to home buying, how fast you want to get in, the yays and nays, right? We're going to go over monthly payment comfort zone. Yeah, we may have qualified you for an $800,000 home, but what do those monthly payments look like? Is that something that you can budget comfortably on a month to month basis? We're also going to discuss things like the areas you'd like to live in, the amenities you'd like to have. Do you want a two-story house? Do you want a single-story house? Do you want a loft? Do you want a pool? Any long-term plans you may have with this property, we discuss that so that before we get into a property, we kind of already start looking for these things ahead of time. And the lifestyle you want to live. If you want to be, you know, Joe Party Man and you want to have a big backyard that has the environment and the adaptability to host parties, hey, we'll find that for you. If you want a Zen garden in the back, hey, we'll find that for you. Things of that nature. Now that we have that out of the way, step 3. This is where the fun part begins. Now comes the house hunting. Remember, guys, we don't want to do this leading with emotions. We want to look at the condition. We want to look at the resale value of the home. We want to look at potential repairs. We want to look at long-term value. These are things that we have to keep into consideration when looking for a home. Yeah, just because it has the backyard pool and you can be Joe Party Man, that's cool. But if the inside needs a lot of work, is this something you really want to invest your money in? Things of that nature. This is, again, why it's very important to have the right people on your team, to have the right people by your side, guiding you every step along the way, having the best interest for you. All right, fourth step, step 4. Now we found the home. It meets all the needs that you're looking for, or almost all the needs that you're looking for. I'm going to be very frank with you guys. Sometimes finding every single little detail in the home that you want just isn't feasible. Why? The house may exist, but it may not be in inventory or in the market right now. That's why sometimes it's a better idea to build your custom home. But that is something that we can get into on another top time in another video. So we found the home. You submit an offer. Now this is where having the right realtor working for you comes in handy. This is the negotiation stage. We negotiate purchase price, seller credits, repairs, closing costs, rate buy downs. This is by far my favorite part of the real estate process and home buying process. Why? Because whether I'm representing the buyer or the seller, I love negotiating for your guys' best interests, right? My job is to put you in the most, how can I say, in the best position possible when entering this. If this is where money can be put back into your pocket. If I can negotiate a lower price, that's money in your pocket. If I can negotiate seller credits, which I always do, I have done in every deal. Hey, it's just what it is. That's more money in your pocket. If I can negotiate closing costs, that's less money out of your pocket. Again, putting more money in your pocket. If we can negotiate seller credits to go to rate buy down, hey, you have a lower interest rate, your payment is lower, that's putting money back in your pocket. That's why it's very important to make sure you have a seasoned, experienced realtor who is willing to negotiate aggressively. Okay, step 5, inspection and escrow. So now, follow along. We've submitted the offer. We've negotiated everything we possibly can. You can't win them all sometimes, give and take, but hey, we will try our hardest to put you in the best position possible. Now, once the offer is accepted, we enter and we open up what's called escrow. Now, escrow in itself is a whole another process during the home buying process, in which I will make another video explaining in depth what the escrow process is. But in short, it is the bread and butter of the process. During this process, the home will get inspected. The lender will review documents. The appraisal will happen. Title and escrow work begins. This is, again, the bread and butter of the transaction. When we're in this escrow process, it's very, very important that you follow your realtor's instructions and the escrow company's instructions. Side note, during escrow, please, I say that again, please do not go open up a new credit card. Do not go buy a new car. Do not inquire any more hard inquiries on your credit score. When we're in escrow, credit is to be untouched. And flexibility is very encouraged during this process. There's going to be times where a realtor may ask you for documents at an odd time. We're just trying to get this deal closed as quickly, as efficient, and as pragmatic as possible for you guys. Okay, so escrow process is in the process. Boom. Escrow process is finalized. That means all contingencies are removed if there are any. At this point, we are in the final process of escrow. We get the final approval. That means final documents are signed. Final loan docs are signed. The funds get transferred. That means the house is funded. Title is recorded. Once those things happen, boom. keys in your hand, the home is now yours. The home buying process really isn't that complex, especially when you have an experienced realtor who has been there, done that, and can calmly, confidently, and precisely explain it to you. Now, if you found this video helpful, please follow my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I will be dropping more keys to the game, making it clear as to how real estate works, what certain terminology is, and giving you the utmost confidence to go ahead and make that transition into home ownership, which you probably thought wasn't possible. But hey, around here we make these things possible. So again, if this video helped you, like and subscribe to my YouTube. Link is in the bio. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I look forward to giving you guys some more education on the real estate process and the real estate industry, and just sharing more about myself. Have a happy Sunday. Stay blessed.